After head coach Kyle Whittingham was hired on December 26, 2025, he had a lot of hiring to do. Arguably, one of the most important hires of the offseason was going to be the offensive coordinator position, due mainly to the potential of the passing and rushing attack led by sophomore quarterback Bryce Underwood, running backs Jordan Marshall and Savion Hitter, and wide receiver Andrew Marsh. Shortly after Michigan's Citrus Bowl loss to Texas, Whittingham announced he would bring in someone he has quite a familiarity with to fill the offensive coordinator vacancy. Former Utah offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Jason Beck was hired by the Wolverines and Whittingham on January 2nd. With untapped potential all over a young offensive core, Beck has his work cut out for him when it comes to preparing and scheming for the 2026 season. But Beck's experience leads to the conclusion that his hire may have been a perfect choice to fill that missing piece to the potential of the offense. Here is a breakdown of Beck's career heading into his first season in Ann Arbor. Beck, like Whittingham, started his football career by playing for BYU. He spent the 2004-06 seasons with the Cougars after attending College of the Canyons and Ventura College before that. Beck was a quarterback at every stop and served as the primary backup for All-American quarterback John Beck, who started for BYU. He quickly went into his coaching career and was a graduate assistant at BYU in 2007 and LSU in 2008. While at LSU, Beck coached under Les Miles, who was an offensive lineman at Michigan before a tumultuous tenure as the Tigers head coach from 2005 to 16. Early on as a full-time coach, Beck hopped between programs as a quarterbacks coach for the most part and a few stops as offensive coordinator. Beck boasts a very upward trajectory, going from Weber State as a quarterbacks coach to Simon Fraser as an offensive coordinator and then BYU, his alma mater, as a quarterbacks coach for 3 seasons and then Virginia as a quarterbacks coach for 6 seasons. Beck has struggled to remain with the same program in recent years, spending each of the last 3 seasons with different teams. He spent 2023 with Syracuse, 2024 with New Mexico, and then 2025 with Utah. But despite inconsistency with remaining with the same team, he brought widespread success in his lone season with the Utes. Utah was 2nd in rushing offense, 4th in total offense and 5th in both scoring offense and fewest interceptions thrown. The offensive line was led by All-American and Big 12 Offensive Lineman of the Year Spencer Fano, but also had 5 players earn all Big 12 honors. This was one of the most clear hires of the offseason. After spending the past season as Utah's offensive coordinator under Whittingham, Beck is already used to Whittingham's play style. Although Beck doesn't have the best track record of staying with the same program, Michigan could be the place for him to stick around a little bit and perfect his craft before potentially becoming a head coach if that's something he's interested in. Whether or not Beck will stay multiple years isn't the reason he was hired, though. He was hired with the major upside of his experience as a former quarterback and well-known quarterbacks coach. Last season Underwood didn't have a designated coach for the quarterback room. Now he'll have both a designated coach, Coy Detmer, and Beck to help transition him from year 1 to year 2. The hire may seem easy at a quick glance, but overall it's a strong hire for a team searching for consistency and the best out of its star players. As a former quarterback at the Division I level, Beck has many stories of helping quarterbacks reach their fullest potential. A key recent example is Devin Dampier, who, at New Mexico, finished 2nd in the Mountain West in passing yards in 2024. But Beck is more than just a quarterback developer. And similar to Whittingham, Beck isn't necessarily known for going out and getting the most prestigious recruits. He's known for bringing in 2- and 3-star prospects and turning them into stars. One story that shows off the best development of Jason Beck is Bryce Perkins. Perkins started his career at Arizona State before going down to the junior college level. Then Beck decided to pull him back up when he was at Virginia, and Perkins went on to set a school record with 3,603 yards and 34 touchdowns. Beck has multiple examples like this of pulling lower-rated recruits or hidden gems and making them stars. With Underwood, it'll be a little different as he will attempt to take one of the highest-rated recruits in Michigan history and make him reach that untapped potential. With the resources at Michigan, just like Whittingham will be exposed to, Beck can start to recruit higher-rated prospects and make them even better. His experience with lower-ranked recruits and quarterbacks will pay dividends in helping Michigan this season and potentially in the future. With an extremely young core of offensive skill players, Beck has all the resources and weapons around him to make an incredibly strong offense. It's just a matter of making sure everything clicks, which is easier said than done. Maximize Bryce Underwood's potential. With the addition of a new quarterbacks coach and going from freshman to sophomore year, Underwood should be primed to make a major jump this season. If Beck can get Underwood's pass and run game going, the future for Michigan football will be in great hands for multiple years to come. Continue to grind out games on the ground. Having Marshall in your backfield is already a great first step to winning the ground game. He's a strong, heavy back that can run through defenders, and if the offensive line and backup running backs, including hitter, can complement him, this will look like any strong run game Michigan offense. Solidify a wide receiving core early. Between Samaj Morgan and Channing Goodwin mixing around the rotation, Michigan struggled to really find a true WR3 last season behind Donovan McCulley and Andrew Marsh. The sooner Michigan can settle the wide receiver depth chart, the fewer potential drops and inconsistencies the offense should have to help Underwood settle into year 2.